Hey guys, 7 WWE Rocks here, and a different video for today, but it's something I actually really wanted to talk about. I'm sure I'm not going to get too many views on it, but that's okay because I really wanted to talk about this. None other than The Punisher on Netflix. I finally finished season 1. Yes, it took me a lot longer than it should have, but I finally finished it last night, and I wanted to do a quick little review on it. So I'm gonna say real quick. I'm not gonna be perfect on this review. I'm gonna forget, certain plots of the storylines. I'm gonna maybe forget like a character's name or whatnot, and maybe even misspoke and say something that's not right. But it's not gonna be a perfect review. So I hope you guys understand that, and it's gonna be quick. I'm not gonna spoil like big things, but I will just say I'll say some stuff that goes along with the storyline where that could lead to something bigger. So no huge spoilers, but if you are watching the show currently or whatever you're going to watch it, I would say click out of this video and no hard feelings. But like once you finish it, you can come back and watch the video, see my thoughts, and comment your thoughts, and see if you agreed and disagree with what I have to say. So real quick, let's get right into it. As a whole, I think Jon Bernthal, the Punisher, of course, the actor that plays the Punisher, is the perfect Punisher. I think he's freaking fantastic. I think he's an awesome actor, and I think he embodies that role perfectly. That comic book hero coming to life, the anti-hero coming to life, and I think he does such a great job. Season 2 of Daredevil is one of my favorite seasons of television history. It's so good, and he was amazing in it. And when they announced this, I was like, let's freaking go. So I think Jon Bernthal is the perfect Punisher. I know some people disagree. The wrestler MVP, I remember tweeted like he was too short and not believable as him, and I think I unfollowed him because of that. I was just like, no, Jon Bernthal's freaking the bee's knees. He's the best. So I think he's awesome. This season of the Marvel's Netflix show was the only one I really thought is completely different and not like any Marvel show. And it really doesn't feel like a Marvel show at all. Some people argue like Jessica Jones and like the Iron Fist isn't a Marvel is like it doesn't feel like a Marvel show, and I'm like, that's really stupid. It's completely like a Marvel superhero show. This one feels like Jon Bernthal at times. It feels like Jon Bernthal, the actor, signed up for like a Netflix army war like show, and like dealing with the like fallout and aftermath of like what war does on your body and your mind. It felt like that. It really at some points didn't feel like I was watching a superhero like Marvel show. Some people that's great for them. I know my brother-in-law is watching it, and he hates like Marvel superhero shows and movies. But he watched this and he said it felt different. It doesn't feel like a Marvel show, so that's why he likes it a lot. And I can agree with that. But other people, kind of like me, I want it still have that aspect. So it felt weird, but not necessarily in a bad way. First 3 episodes I think are really good. Maybe a little disappointing. I felt like it was gonna be a lot better. The whole like storyline of him being dead and like still living in New York and doing work. He was at like some construction site, and he just has a beard. I'm like, he's the most wanted man in New York. Literally, they say that like every episode. And I don't think a beard's gonna like be like shocking. People aren't gonna be able to see through that. So that kind of the storyline, I was like, but first 3 episodes I think are actually pretty good, but not amazing. I thought it was going to be a lot better, if I'm being completely honest. The show's brutal, though. The fight scenes are awesome. But the first 3 episodes, I wasn't really involved as much. Now, here comes the hard part. Because episode 4 through, like, 8, maybe. 8 or 9, even, are really slow. And it's hard to get into. There's that whole subplot with the one dude that's, like, a freaking terrorist bomber, that I felt like was necessary for the show, but it just felt like they were using that to drag out just to get everything into motion on the bad guys being the main bad guys being revealed, Agent Orange, or of course I won't say it yet, but if you're still watching I won't say it, but it felt like it's slow and dragged out, and that's what I've been seeing with a lot of reviews on Rotten Tomatoes and like IMDb. Those websites, I see a lot of people saying they enjoy the show, they love it, but it goes on far too long. And I can agree with that. 13 episodes, I think it could have been like 9 or 10. Usually that's like Netflix shows. Netflix shows are usually about 13 episodes. Defenders was only like 8 or 9, I think, and I thought that was pretty good. But I hated the Defenders. But I think this one could have been like 9 or 10. And I think that would have been better. And then if we get rid of like 3 episodes, um, we're able to hit the ground running. Now, 10 through 13, I tweeted about this yesterday, are awesome. Like really really good. Like Marvel superhero fans and the freaking fans that are comic book lovers of like the brutality of Punisher, I think will love these episodes. It's pretty violent and like even I was like, dang Netflix, let's calm down. But no, it was really really good and the bad guy reveals and Frank Castle, getting his revenge and such is really really good, and I was really really pleased with the ending because it's kind of weird because leading up to all those episodes, I was honestly disappointed with the show, and I wouldn't have rated it high at all. But then 10 through 13 hit, and you're like, wow, I really enjoyed this show. But I don't know if I could say that because if I went back and watched episode 4 through like 8, I'd be like, this is dragging out so long and kind of boring. And each character, I think, means something, and that's awesome. There wasn't a character where I felt like this is kind of stupid and just like a pointless character. I think every character meant something. Agent Madani, I think, was great in it. Karen Page from Daredevil was in it, which I was really happy about. Although I thought she was, before I started watching this show, I thought she was a series regular, so I thought she'd been in all 13 episodes, but she's only in 4, which is really disappointing. And at times, it does feel like they just added her just because to give her something to do, and she has that connection with Punisher that she did have on Daredevil season 2. So that was all right, but Billy Russo, the actor that plays him, is awesome. I think he played that role so perfectly, and I can't wait for him in season 2. I think it'll be really, really cool. The ending had me really wanting season 2 a lot more now. It really did. If you asked me that in the middle season, do I want a season 2? I'd probably be like, yeah, it can come, but I'm not really excited for it. By the end of it, I'm like, season 2, let's go. I'm excited, and I'm pumped. There was something else I wanted to hit on. Oh, I guess a negative. A negative, I know he's the Punisher. Dude, he's awesome. He's the great, he's the anti-hero. He's brutal. He can take a punch, no doubt. But he gets shot in this show way too much, and there's like 4 different episodes at the end where he's on the brink of death, and it's like, this is it, he's about to die. And the next episode, he does something even more crazy, and at the end, he's about to die again. That was probably the biggest negative of the show, steering away from storylines and stuff. That I think that's something they need to work on in season 2. He gets shot way too much, and it's just like, it's not like a little leg shot or yeah, he's wearing a bulletproof vest. It's like gets shot in the head, it gets shot like 3 times in the chest, and is able to walk it off, and then he's about to die, and then the next episode he comes back. So that's a negative, no doubt. I feel like. But rating the show as a whole, I would give it, just because the episodes were so slow in the middle and it dragged out a little too long, like a 7. Maybe if I watched those middle episodes again, probably like a 6. But I would give it a 7. I think it was pretty good. I think it stood on its own very well. Honestly, I think it was a good storyline. Probably could have been better, but a good storyline. To come after he's already like avenged his family's death. So you're like, well, what can he do now? But they incorporated family, they incorporated being home very, very well. And the Punisher is such an interesting character and a fun character to watch and to see. And I think Jon Bernthal does a fantastic job. I was so happy I actually got to meet him this previous year. And I really, really would like to see season 2 come out soon. Not soon, but and I would love if he was in Daredevil again. I think their chemistry was so good. I think a season 3 Daredevil with like 1 episode of Jon Bernthal as the Punisher, I'd be so happy with. So 7 out of 10, I think that's pretty good. I think it's a fun show. If you're into Marvel shows, definitely watch it. If you're not into Marvel shows, I still think you should watch it just because, but you're into like action and fighting and stuff, I still think you should watch it because it's so much different. I would not, I don't think it's anything like a Daredevil or just not even close to Jessica Jones or Iron Fist or Luke Cage. But it was a good one, and the middle dragged out, but the ending I feel like made me like really happy with the show. So thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter at 7WWRocks. Please let me know your thoughts down below. I would love to hear them. I really would. I like talking superheroes and TV with everybody. So thank you again so much for watching, for taking the time to watch this. And as always, have a great day.